Hey guys, this is the site right here of the new Great Escape Nursery located in Romney, West Virginia, and the online presence of edibleplantnursery.com. And hopefully edibleplantnursery.com will be up and running here in the next 2 months or so. And we're hoping to get our first shipment out in the fall of 2021. And I'll give you a view here once we get this out. This is weed block right here that I just purchased, and we're gonna go ahead and lay that out. I wanted this particular spot because it's mostly shade. I get a little bit of sun, and this allows me to have plants out here without cooking the plants, and because they need a lot more water in pots, and a lot better off to have them in the shady area. So let me get the weed block out here and I'll show you what we got. So I have the landscape fabric laid out, and what I'm doing is I'm putting boards against the back, and I'm going to leave those there just to kind of block the stuff on the back side from growing up into it. And the boards will also allow me to bring out some boards in this direction, especially as we get into hilly sections down here, just to hold the pots up so they're not all falling over on me. Up here, I actually put landscape. Let me actually grab a couple of these. I have them right here. Sod staples, which are right here. And in order to put those in, I was using, this is kind of a rubbery plastic, hard plastic thing, and it has sand in it. So, don't know if you can hear that as I shake it, but it has sand in it. And I'm banging the sod staples in right here. So I started right here at the center and I worked out in that direction and came up to the end here. So I put staples in the very far back. Then I came up front. I did it up front, and then I went in the center all the way up. And about every third staple was bending on me. Don't know if you can see all these right here, and some of them pretty bad. Hitting rocks, hitting roots under the ground, and the clay underneath is extremely hard because we've had so little rain lately. So that's all been an issue here. And down here, let me drop these staples. And down here, I folded up the end and just laid log on top of it, and I have enough here to get all the way up. I'm going to put a gate right up against that fence right there to go back into my shady area back there. So I have enough fabric to get me all the way up to where the gate's going to go, but I need to clear all this crap out. Long range plans, just haven't got around to that yet. So we're about maybe a third of the way done here. So this is the area that I had finished up before, up to the tree. I just finished stapling this down up to this other tree here, and I ran out of boards. I need to go to the warehouse and get some more. It's just scrap lumber that I had laying around, and I'm running out of time. I just received 200 bare root trees in, and I need to pot them up. So we're stapled up to this point. I need to pot up plants, and I'm gonna start putting plants on here, and I will come back and finish this section up here at a later point in time. And at that point, I will empty my hoop houses and bring all the plants down. So we are nearing completion. We have quite a few plants out here. I've potted up probably 700 plants in the last couple of weeks. And I'm starting to move the other plants down. So I had the elderberry here and pawpaws, and those guys have aggressive roots. So for that reason, I have recycled roofing material here. So flat roofs, they have the rubber flat part on the top. So the lady up the road sells those, and I've been purchasing those. So they are recycled, so we're helping the environment by recycling stuff. And I'm putting them down here, and what that prevents is the aggressive roots, tap roots of some of these plants from going down into the landscape fabric itself. And mint is another one. Mint can get away from me as well. So I'll be putting those on the rubber mats, and then other things halfway up and all the way up to the top. I don't have the rubber, so I'm just gonna, I need to rearrange and move stuff around a little bit, but just the stuff with very aggressive roots will go on here. So we have about 1,000 plants, actually a little over 1,000 plants here, all lined up and labeled. We showed labels. Actually, some of them aren't labeled. I'm still working on that a little bit, but I have the common name, botanical name, and some of the requirements for pH and sun and stuff like that written down. So each one of those are labeled to make it easier for myself and the customers to see what's going on. Also, each plant, while I'm going into that, let me come over and just pick this one right here. So each plant also has a label in it, so we can. One of the issues I've had in the past is myself or others move a plant around and then they get mixed up and you forget which one is which. So the way that I got around that is, and elderberry is a good example here. Elderberry, the different varieties look the same, but they're easy to get mixed up. And I have 4 total, 3 here right now, that are right next to one another, and I can do that because they're labeled, so I don't have to worry about them getting mixed up. I mean, they may still get mixed up, but at least they're labeled and I can separate them now. So everything is good to go there. I still have some other plants to add up in the upper section here, and I need to clean up and run the rest of that out, but I'm going to do that later on in the summer. I'm about complete right here. I got plenty of other things to do here on the farm, so I am going to wrap this video up, and this is the location and what it looks like at the new Great Escape Nursery. And I do have some other plants on order, some bare root stuff that I'll be selling next spring, and I'm probably gonna have to create another row over here on this side, and that side will have a little bit more sun as the day goes on, so I'll adjust plants as needed. But this is where we are right now, and at least for the time being, the way that we are going to stay. So please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Give us a like if you like this video. That helps our scores out on the Google and YouTube apps. And if you're on Odyssey, consider following us. Thank you very much and have a great day.